At William and Mary, bold moments define us. We push boundaries and find creative solutions. We take risks and pursue our passions. We ignite curiosity and change the world. At William and Mary, we see bold in action. We challenge what is known, explore what is new, and imagine a bold future. We are, and always will be, a university for the bold.
I was born bold.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Chef Billy here with you. Week number 13. I'm joined by a new caster here in the booth with me. We got Jace from across the pond.
Hello.
Jace, how are you doing, my friend?
Not too bad. It is nice and definitely not pitch black. It is currently just 1:15 here in the lovely land of the UK. I'm excited to be on play-by-play cast tonight for our EGFC. I managed to do EGFH earlier in the day, the high school broadcast. That one was a little bit of a speed run, so hoping for some a bit more quality content tonight. So just in case anyone else is new here, and definitely just so I also can't be aware, Billy, just as we load into the first map here, Lijiang Tower, talk to me a bit about how the flock of the Redbird, the departure of Redbird Esports, what's that done to shake up the collegiate scene over here in the great land of freedom? What's going on with the university scene right now?
I mean, collegiate scene right now here in America is actually really coming to fruit to bear. Even with ISU Redbirds going by the wayside, they're still in collegiate. We just don't have the same star power that was there before, but they're still actually competing quite well. But what we do have, Fairfield versus William and Mary. William and Mary are number 3 here in the EGFC. They are 10-2. They are coming in on a 10-match winning streak. And Fairfield, they've had a bit of a struggle this season. They're 3-8. They're ranked number 19 here in the nation for EGFC. But they are going to take it to them. Looking at William and Mary, they are bringing out the pain early with the Symmetra and the Junkrat.
Yeah, they really are, and Rakanai is just going to go here on the sim. Look how fully charged he is already, just playing that corner and applying that pressure. This sim is a late fight win condition. They have so much back-loaded power with that comp, but speaking of burst damage, Unique there, getting the kill with the Junkrat. That is going to be a quick tap of the Concussive Mind, probably going to pick off the sim as well, doesn't even need that shift, straight away with the direct. Yeah, the DPS of William and Mary looking hot here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, and this is what I expected. Just very good aggression coming in from William and Mary. They really do time their amp speeds going into these fights, and also you're looking at Laundry in the back line just pumping the damage in. That's something you're going to be looking for all night long.
Ooh. Yeah, they could pick. That's actually the window that comes out from Lojo for Fairfield, but they lose 2-3. I'm not quite sure how that happened. No ultimates needed for William and Mary. They're just winning it in the neutral. Super smiles in the background as they get work. Speaking of, Alondri here manages to win it. That's a great concussive line from that Junkrat. The J Silly, the J Menace puts 2 in the grave from William and Mary. Down they go. That's going to be a great stagger onto the Baby Diva as well. And I mean, I said in the first fight, but now the support's getting to show off a bit of flair as well. Put him a bit of sauce in it for the chef on broadcast tonight, William and Mary. I mean, they're looking pretty strong, pretty clean and effective in particular right now.
I mean, what I'm looking at right now is William and Mary owning the spots. I mean, they're running the Celtic Pride line with the Reinhardt and the Sigma. Fairfield now echoing that, but they brought Gil out on the Hanzo, and last week I saw them have a fantastic game. I casted their game last week, and they absolutely rocked with this Hanzo.
Oh, they know where the tire is. They've spotted it out, but it's both symbols traded. Never mind. Unique waits it out. Patience is a virtue, ladies and gentlemen. And that finds 2 DPS from Fairfield University. That's all the damage in the game gone. Some might argue the tanks are the real damage dealers in this game, but I mean, when you've got the Symmetra and a Hanzo, your ability to kill anything is permitted. And, well, I mean, it's reduced to absolute zilk. And William and Mary looking in control. In Fairfield University, though, they do have some ultimates to come back in this fight, though, Chef.
Well, I mean, it's 95%, so I mean, Window's going to come out here from both sides. There's the Flux. The Flux 9, oh my god. Goodbye.
4K.
Rival just pressed U and deleted everybody from the server, so bye-bye. That's map number 1, submap number 1, in favor of William and Mary. And now, let's see where we go. If it's going to be Night Market, I'm very, very terrified for Fairfield. But no, looks like we're going to head over to Gardens. So we'll get to see some of this Wrecking Ball play that I've known Max FTW to do. They have a very good Wrecking Ball here. So I'm
Nice.
very, very curious to see how they load this out, especially with Unique staying on the Symmetra. I don't know if they will swap over to the Tracer here and keep with that, or if they will go ahead and leave the Symmetra and go in.
I should expect them to. It's standard. I think when you're coming out in a comp like this, Unique probably just going to go out to the Tracer. There we go. Ranger Knight here, Raptor Knight here on the Torbjorn, so that's going to offer a little bit of pushback against anything that should come through from the backline and help keep Nuke and Alondra on the bridge then. Also healthy, Max goes for the boot, doesn't quite manage to find it, but still Walk and Vortex are going to have a tough time crossing the bridge against this 600 HP hamster. In the backline as well is Unique. They managed to get it, but the first pick comes up from Nuke. Lama gets the whale, sorry, gets the Flick. I've just completely forgotten the name of it. Nice play by Playcasting. But nonetheless, the Brigitte manages to hit that whip shot. There we go. Onto the Echo for the opening pick, and well, no Echo, no win. William and Mary capitalise off the dive, and they clean up pretty quickly. It forces a fast response from the Fairfield DPS. They're going to go over to Cassidy and Soldier.
Yeah, I mean, that's a smart play and try to deal with Unique on this Tracer, just absolutely owning the back line of Fairfield University. Also, mines are already available to Max, so Max is going to be able to deny a lot of space with this. Oh my goodness, they're waiting for the they're waiting for the roll through. This is going to be disgusting.
Oh, I can already see it. This white room rotation is so good for the hamster because they just get smashed. If they don't get smashed, they get sent in for a quick river dip. There we go. Speak it into existence. You really have to sort of bring it in, and there we go. William and Mary just, I mean, they're playing ball against a round comp, aren't they, Billy? Like, is this what you expected? I'd imagine so, right?
I definitely expected this from William and Mary. I mean, they get aggressive. They really do focus down the discorded targets as well. If you take a look at the support ultimates right now, I mean, Logan DePolo had a fantastic game last week in their win, but they just have not been able to really dislocate Alondra and
Unique on the flank.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a pulse bomb. No.
Great flashbang. Oh, the flashbang from Brickrick. That was so good. The quick 180 follows in by the boot from Quef as well. That's given Fairfield University a lifeline, and now the quick response comes out from William and Mary, who are still in control of this objective. That's a Transcendence Force as well. Dill gets a little bit too eager on the off angle and falls to the turret of Rage Knight. Unique second chance. Takes it. Sticks the pulse bomb onto the Cassidy Bicep. Back to the stable you go. And just cleanup comes in for the Wrecking Crew, and it starts with the Wrecking Ball. Max for the win, gets the clean up there. Logo takes a quick dip back, going to reset, and 88 on the board, Chef. This is 4 ultimates for Fairfield, but they're going to have to sack someone to the objective, and it's probably going to have to be Quest.
I mean, you're looking for, oh gosh, Gil just fell off.
Oh, Gil jumps off!
He fell off! Oh no!
No way!
Not like this. Can I get a not like this in chat? Oh my goodness. Bye-bye. That's going to be the Sigma gone too. Beautiful rotation of ultimates. That is it. Done and dusted. That is a 2-0 win here for William and Mary on Lijiang Tower. They take the 1-0 lead here in our match number 3 of the night. Week number 13 here in the EGFC. And William and Mary already firing on all cylinders. I mean, that is just disgusting. I told you that Max had a fantastic Wrecking Ball. Well, here you go. Take a look.
Yeah, this is a really clean engage. And he also gets the boop onto Vortex as well. And yeah, this is just such a dangerous spot. The hamsters are the predators, not the prey in this case, because he was just rolling through them. NA is a region that is known for its airport speedruns, and I'm glad to see it across the other esports, and I'm glad to see that this speedrunning is keep going up here. William and Mary, wow, they were... The thing that impressed me as well, Chef Billy, is they were just so... Oh, I'm trying to find the word. As I said, great public test. I can't even find the words. They were so methodical. That's it. They really felt like they had a plan. They didn't just, we're just trying to go with this ult and go in. Like, they knew which fights to engage. They're overlapping. Their timing and engages were really, really clean. And when you're playing at such a breakneck pace that they were, man, that's impressive.
Impressive indeed. And I think that the other problem is that Fairfield just didn't have an answer for the wrecking ball. They're on Gardens. I mean, I probably would have thrown a Sombra in there, something to deny the ability to just roll around. But there's more to play for here. We'll go ahead to Hollywood on our next map. As we take a look at that map screen, we will see that we do have the win there for William and Mary on Lijiang. Hollywood, Fairfield, they had a pretty good hybrid map last week, so I'm expecting a little bit more competitive look here coming out of Fairfield on the on Hollywood. Hanamura could be a bit dicey for them moving on later into the series, but I tell you what, William and Mary, they are firing on all cylinders. Like I said, they are number 3 in the EGFC all over. I mean, they're coming out of the East. Mac have had a hard day today. They got the win in the first series of the day, but then falling in the second series, and now looking at what we're going into now, Hollywood is going to be an interesting set for them. They're going to come out on the offense, so we're going to get a look at Fairfield's defense here. And I did not know that either. Our producers let us know that those were Hearthstone cards there in the casino. I love it. Yeah, I mean, if we're looking at the rock and the hook here, coming out for the tank line for Fairfield University, I'd be very concerned about what's coming out. But we will see if they stick with this. I think they are going to stick with this. So you've got some damage mitigation there with the kinetic grasp. You've also got a little bit of extra CC. So 3 CCs to be, well, and I mean, if I'm collecting it all together, you have CC for every single character. You've got the trap, you've got the sleep, you've got the shield bash, you've got the rock, you've got the hook, and you got the flashbang. So I mean, lots of CC here available to Fairfield on their defense. But look at this, Unique bringing out the Sombra. I wanted to see that. They're going to get a little scouting done and see what they need to do.
Yeah, it looks like it is just going to be a comp swap indicated by that support line. So William and Mary going to see the Hog and Sig, and they're going to go over to the Hampter and the Sig, recognizing a lack of a hit stand minus skill, obviously just immediately boots him off the high ground and actually converted into a kill. How did that direct hit? I'm not quite sure, but I mean, no hit stand now. Free as a bird. Justice is well and truly able to rain from above here. Unique is probably going to be powering to a barrage pretty soon. This means that William and Mary can just own the skies, own the space. Fairfield has to run for cover. They found the pick onto the Sigma in the backline. Can they convert him? The Hamster? No, he gets traded back. That's actually a nice trade back from Ward. Unique though, they've not looked at him. Gil takes down the other DPS, but that is not the win condition for William and Mary right now. It is absolutely that Farah. Please look at the Farah challenge. Mission impossible. Rival is still on the objective. He's been anteed up. He's probably going to fall as well. But nope, that's a barrage to clean up. Ward though, Contrasive Mine. Ward finds 2. The 3k? Oh, not quite. And a bit of a trade blows there. It was a close fight, but yeah, as I said, they did not kill Unique. And Farah in the sky, 1 fight.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic work out of them. They're going with rock and roll here for William and Mary in the tank line. And Ratchet Knight, you can throw that spot healing down in case a Laundry gets into a little bit of trouble in the back line. So mines will be coming up here very shortly for Max. DPS Ultimate's ready to go for Fairfield. Pretty darn close with that. I'm looking for them to see this Nano go on to Brick Rick. I think that's the proper place to put that. But look at this. Unique getting off the Farah. Oh my god.
How does Gil die? Oh, Alondra just pops in. Monster's supposed to be peaceful, but no one told Alondra that Zenyatta right click was deadly, and now William and Mary just get to jostle them off the high ground again. This Fairfield composition needs time, needs space, needs angles, but the disruption that the ball brings means that they cannot do that, and yet again the kill feed is just bleeding red on that left side. William and Mary continuing to push up tempo, push up the pace, and really kick it to Fairfield University. There's not really a lot that they can do. They're making changes over. I like that they've gone over to the dive tanks. What do you think about the dive tank swaps, Chef Billy?
Yeah, I mean, the mitigation of the D.Va, the ability to get back and take care of Quef and Logan DePolo, big reasons there why they will have some staying power. Finally, Gil gets a little bit of success into it, but look at this. I mean, you've got the Ash now, and big set of mines. God, so good.
Yeah, those mines are just going to be the fight. Unique puts the execute down onto Gil and once again sends the Cassidy back to the stables. That's going to be an Ash on top of the county jail, but she might as well be inside it. Down they go. William and Mary just setting a record time back. Fairfield University, though, they've got Rally to come back. They've got some ultimates to get back into it here. I don't think this one is quite yet and over, but as I say that, if they manage to get snowballs, if they manage to get staggers like this, as 3 more go down, Fairfield getting staggered here, this really, really is not good for their time back.
It really isn't. I mean, you're going to have Rally and Transcendence into this next fight. So, I mean, as long as they can mitigate the Deadeye, I think they're going to be just fine. And we're going to have a tremendous time in their bank going into their defensive line. So, I mean, look at the smart positioning, smart angles that they're taking right now. Rally can keep them in the fight, though. Fairfield might be able to deal a little bit of extra damage.
Yeah, it's going to be a mirror rally from both sides, so throwback to the Goats era's nostalgia feels strong man in the chat. Gil, though, gets the opening pick. That's 2 fights in a row that Rachel Knight has actually been picked off, but unfortunately the Echo is alive and the Echo gets a duplicate. So now it's Super Monkey Ball and a Diva on the field as well. This is far too many tanks. The Blizzard devs right now are punching the air in fury. They tried so long to get rid of 3 tanks in the game, and William and Mary are bringing it back for 1 night only. But unfortunately, even the power of 3 tanks cannot win them this fight, as Fairfield University managed to kick them out, kick them off, and managed to just push them back for now.
Well, Gil is swapping off of the Cassidy, now going with the Hanzo, so you're looking for the one-shot potential with that hero. He's getting a little sneaky on the backside. Going to be pumping those storm arrows in there.
Yeah, the storm arrow is going to be doing so much damage at shredding the tank. If they manage to play a Discord Orb, if they don't have it, or even a Sleep Dart, they can absolutely shred that Wrecking Ball, and no Wrecking Ball, no win for this composition. Rage Knight pops the Tactical Visor, but it's met by a Monkey Bubble from Rick. Rival is on the backline now, looking to blow up that monkey, getting the Harambe treatment. Max for the win, gets 2 in the kill feed. Rival takes down Queth as well. It's 3 minutes left on the clock. Fairfield University just did not have the ults to keep up in that last fight, and well, really good push, really good snowball for William and Mary. They got a little bit staggered, but in the end, I think they're going to be pretty happy with that time bank.
Oh yeah, definitely happy indeed with what they were able to procure there, with their solid play coming through. I think there was only 1 fight that they really lost, and that was the unwitting 3 tank fight, which I just can't believe they lost that fight, but they did.
Yeah, I agree actually.
So I mean, it could have been a lot. It could have been a lot bigger.
You're playing Goats and you lose. Like what? Like what is that?
Right. So I mean. You know,
Anyway,
they've got their work cut out for them, Fairfield University, on their attack phase. We'll see what William and Mary are going to bring out here as far as their lines. And, yep, I'm bringing a little bit of Brawl, and you're going to deal with a little bit of extra side damage. With Ratchet Knight on this Torbjorn, I don't necessarily hate this. It just depends on what they think is coming out. And if Fairfield comes out with that, well, yeah, there's going to be a hard time for hacking. Coming through for walk if they don't recognize that there is a Torbjorn turret in the back. They will not be able to get their manual hacks off.
No, they will not. And what William and Mary can do here is they're going to be able to take a lot of spam. Both of these DPS, Rage Knight and Unique, are surprisingly durable. Because we got rid of 3 tanks, they decided to make Cassidy into an off-tank himself. So that McCree now is basically unkillable on a dive. He can also just randomly do a barrel roll in midair like he's playing Star Fox. Is that the game? No, it isn't. But nonetheless, both the tanks from William and Mary, such good damage mitigation, and then the DPS themselves so durable that Fairfield University, yes, they have the Discord Orb to go balance it back, Billy, but it's going to be a really clean dive, particularly because the Soldier and the Sombra, not a lot of damage. They're really going to have to go in things. There we go, they take down the Flashbang with that hard. Unique to go up to the high ground, gets met by a shield bash from the daughter of Torbjorn, the Brigitte there, the menace. Some people may get PTSD from the Brigitte, and honestly, it's understandable. But speaking of Rampage that's going on, Match for the Win is just pushing the front line. And yeah, Fairfield University, they managed to get the ball in, they got the Sombra in the backline, but the Zen could not walk forward. And well, I mean, if you can't Discord, then your dive is completely nullified.
Yeah, and I mean, they're getting the work done, but you're starting to see those picks starting to come through. Logan Apollo almost has Transcendence online, Jay, so I'm looking for a push with that into the next fight. You don't really have much else. I think Walk got a, yeah, I mean, they've dropped the Sombra now. Too much spam coming in from that turret for them to get a lot of work done, so they've gone over to the Tracer. That's not going to be much better up against that turret.
No, I don't think so. Oftentimes, if the Tracer does not play it well enough, the Torbjorn turret can actually force the recall. And if you force recall from the Tracer just by Torbjorn turret, you win the game. Rick, that is not what you want to be doing against that composition. Slammed into the whole team was met swiftly by a flashbang and fan the hammer as well for good measure. Why even left click when you can just right click? It's everything and all the skilled Cassidy plays do. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Right click is the superior way to play Cassidy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we call them correctly for a reason. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what Fairfield have got up their sleeve. They're gonna have attack visor and both support ultimates into this fight. Also, Brick just got their mine, so sound barrier probably will be needed to deal with the pressure coming in.
Yeah, it's going to be a defensive Molten Core, the hot fudge treatment. But it's overlaid though. Fairfield University kick back with their own ultimates, but no! They walk in the lava and they get sent back to Blackrock Mountain. Ward and Hercules just completely burnt up underneath Ratchet Knight's ultimate, and that's two really good picks. That Tracer would have been so good late in that fight and helping clean up the damage. Max FTW puts one swing and down goes Queth on that Brigitte. Brigitte also would have been really good later in this fight. Fairfield University's comp, it's Squishy Billy. They need the Brigitte, the Diva, the Tracer to stay alive late in these fights to be able to clean up and actually get onto the objective. And William and Mary just trading back picks so fast. Fairfield University, they can't quite get it going right now.
Well, they've got a self-destructed barricade open, so we'll see what kind of work they can get done with that. But Unique has another Deadeye ready to go. So great work on the Cassidy for Unique. Let's see what Ratchet Knight can do here to kind of build up and stymie any kind of attack coming in from Fairfield. That's what I'm looking at. Self-destruct's got to come out soon.
It really does. Hopefully they're trying to go for a slam or a displace. If they can displace people outside of the Reinhardt shield and away from the lamp that can come out from the Londril, then maybe they do it. But Max FTW just goes for the front line, puts the shatter down. Don't know if he actually got anyone. Apologies, gamers. But Hercules and Gil managed to capitalize off that Reinhardt falling. Unique though puts the high noon onto Brick, so that ball slam going to be out the fight. They've not killed the Zenyatta though, that Discord orb. Doing well, there we go. The Gunslinger finds his target. The Gunslinger actually finds another one. The Unique's doing so much work to clean up these fights, and once again, when they need it, the DPS from William and Mary coming up pretty clutch.
Yeah, I mean, clutch indeed. That's not going to be it. I mean, especially with Molten Core ready to go for Ratchet Knight, that is going to seal the deal here. Max brought out their own ball to the fight, and yeah, this is done and dusted. That's just a celebratory spewing of the Molten Core there from William and Mary, and they take the 2-0 lead here. Week number 13, Fairfield up against it, looking at match points in the face. Unique having a wonderful series here, not only on the Echo, but now also on the Cassidy. I mean, this was a fantastic play that came out from them. I mean, look at the work getting done. Nice, beautiful tracking. I mean, and then just pulling the Q here. No, they actually didn't pull the Q here. They just fanned the hammer. Didn't even give them the Deadeye montage there. So, I mean, really, it's been saucy. It's been fantastic. I mean, it's been very coordinated out of William and Mary. So we'll head to our next map after a very short little break. Don't go away, anybody. We'll be back with Hanamura after these few messages. All right, everybody, welcome back here in match 3 of our week 13 day of games here in the EGFC. William and Mary looking at match point as we head to Hanamura. Boy, Fairfield have got to step it up here. I know that it's a monumental task going up against the number 3 team ranked here in the EGFC, but you know, Fairfield had a really good win last week, and I would like to see them pull out some of what they pulled out last week and some of that beautiful coordinated play. I just think that the tank line right now for William and Mary has just been a little bit too much for them to handle.
I absolutely agree. Tanks fundamentally control games, and what Max and Rival are doing is that they're playing at such a tempo that Fairfield University, they just can't quite get into the game. Fights are becoming sort of vines in this case, right, Billy? Like they're lasting like for such a short amount of time that there's nothing they can really do. But they are on attack. They are on Hanamura, so you never know. TCP, anything can happen. And William and Mary though, they're just gonna go for a this broad comp that works so well on Hanamura, on Hollywood. Sorry, let's hope Fairfield can find an answer to it.
Any kind of aerial threat that comes out here from Fairfield University, I mean, it's going to be met really early by the Church of Torbjorn. So they're going to have to be very wary of coming through. The only thing is I'm worried about Unique being able to keep up with the aerial assault. I say that, and there we go again, already.
Now the turret just providing so much spam damage. Brick can't even afford to breathe. Probably died with, to be fair, about 800 HP left on the shield. Just lowered it for a second too long. So much spam damage came in, and that was fight done.
Hey, fight done. We'll see what they can get done here. I mean, they are running with Zarya, so they don't have the same amount of spam that's going to be able to go in there. And the damage mitigation is going to be the same as well, Jay. So that's what I'm looking at right now. I mean, Rival is just eating so much work coming in here. The only thing is I haven't seen them go up and try and challenge Gil. Well, why go up and challenge Gil when Nuclear can just do it himself?
He said, yeah, no one's gone up to challenge Joe, but Nuclear heard your challenge and he heard it well and he delivered. Did fall for it though, but I mean, Lucio is going to get back at max 10 anyway. Now, minute 10 left on the clock. Fairfield though, they're coming up to that Graviton Surge.
I mean, Graviton Surge ready to go. You've got the Immortality Barrier to deal with it. You've also got a Deadeye already ready from Unique. So, really need to look at taking down this high charge Zarya. And here's the fight open. Beautiful window.
Yeah, that's such a good window. And the whole team pushes through it as well. They know how to play around it. The HP, the sustained difference, it comes out from those double heals. Yeah, they can't do anything about it. Once again, William and Mary use one ultimate and they get the fight off of it.
Big problem here, though, for William and Mary. They don't have Sound Barrier ready to go. And Grav Tire could be absolutely lethal.
Here's the tire. Is it going to be? It forces out the lamp and it kills Nuclear as well. Fairfield University, they have committed the farm, but they found themselves a couple of picks, a couple of cows because of it. 3 down. Yeah, those cows well and truly sent to the slaughterhouse. As I said, very, very high economy fight, and that was equivalent to, I don't know, like a market crash, for example. Fairfield University now bone drying ultimates, but they do unlock point A off of it.
They do, and I mean, they've got a pretty good time bank coming in here, too. I mean, there's the 3 minutes on the clock, so 4:30, about time when they get up there, they're probably going to take high right ground, so about 4:25 on the clock when they start going with their first ultimate going in here, and they've got...
Ooh, good pick.
Ooh, what a good pick.
Great pick.
Oh, that's going to be even more providential because Graviton Surge is ready to go. They don't have the lab available.
No, they don't. They're just going to send it. If it doesn't get eaten, Walk is just going to, well, walk in and do all the damage. They've dropped off the high ground. Quest now has actually gone over to the Junkrat, and I mean, he's one Rich and Knight. No, once again, the Torbjorn getting picked. That's going to be the beat comes in from Nick Warmer to keep William and Mary so healthy to try and play out the game. Rival out of mech does not care gaps. The Zarya who held on to Graviton Surge, so they force out a lot of key resources for William and Mary, and they still hold on to that primary win condition. There is no beat for the Grav Dragon that could come out from Fairfield next fight.
No, there's not, but they do have the Baptiste still, so you saw the work coming in. Max going over to the Hog. Now bringing back the German Crusader once again. So resetting the ultimate economy there. Rival's going to have to eat this Graviton Surge, otherwise it's going to be really difficult for them to be able to get back into this, but they do have vision now that Unique is on the Hanzo. Oh man, this is going to be a very dynamic fight. I need to see them and how they use these ultimates, Fairfield could come in with a huge time bank.
Yeah, this could be Armageddon if done correctly. There's so many ultimates that could change the course of a fight in just a second. Walk going on the flank, it gets eaten. Rival spots it, that's such a good eat. The grab was honestly a little bit of a lob, a little bit of a yeet, a little bit of a chuck and hope, but Rival was aware how the defense matrix definitely heard it coming for just a little bit of a flick. I managed to catch that. It's a great observing, by the way, production there. Just managed to flick it at just the right angle to get that Graviton Surge eat, so that was a deliberate and attempted eat from Rival, and well, Wart's grab was definitely a prayer and rightfully punished.
Why are you staying on the Zarya then? I mean, I would bring a
just
Diva into
swap.
this fight.
Just
swap. Or bring out a Sigma even if you wanted to continue with that. I mean, you've got work to do. So now, window coming out.
Swing.
Oh boy.
Quef. Very interesting. Going to be playing for the Ryan Shield this comp really, if Fairfield. I think that's that only win condition. If they can burst out Max for the win here, then, I mean, it's going to be a fight win for them. Brick goes for the Shatter. I don't know if he managed to find anyone, and we does find the pin onto the Torbjorn, but Rivals kills both times. How? Where? Why? I don't know. The Torbjorn turret's going to take down Quef as well. There's a little bit of pandemonium there, about 5 fell in the case of 2 seconds, and luckily for William and Mary, that bomb from Rival clutched it out, and now 1 minute 58 left on the clock. Fairfield University still on that Zarya, still got Tyre, but it's going to be so hard to rotate into this spam comp that William and Mary are on, I think.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right there, my friend. I mean, we're going to have 3 ultimates here ready to go for William and Mary into this next fight. I still think that if you're going to stick with the Zarya, 1, you've got to be right on your Reinhardt's butt. And 2, you've got to rotate your bubble management a little bit better because you're leaving yourself out without that bubble a lot of times.
Yeah, that's going to be a dragon to split. Never
Oh
mind,
my
Unique
God!
Dragon finds 3. Oh, they just get sent into the mixer. They get absolutely baked by the Hanzo, don't they? That is just signed, sealed, and delivered. That is a FedEx level first-class package from the Hanzo. Unique, just absolutely serving it to them and sent back to the spawn with post-haste.
I mean, they're getting the full value that they need. I mean, Vortex almost went down there to the storm arrows of Unique. 20% charge already after letting loose with the Dragon Strike. They're going to know exactly the route they're pathing as well. I'm looking for Gil to get something done over here on this right-hand flank.
Yeah, it's going to have to be an RNG pick there from the RNG character that is Hanzo.
Oh.
Speaking of RNG, Vortex, that one wasn't quite luck, but peeked out for a little bit too long there. And Unique, who's been a menace this whole game, manages to come up with the goods again for his team. Almost found a second there onto Quef, and they would have lost so much. That would have been fight over. And now, as Alondro goes down, Fairfield, they can walk up, but Gil and Unique, they're locked in this 1v1. They can't do anything. Gil's Dragon could potentially force him off and give them a walkway onto this plank. Wretched Knight, once again, he's got Torbjorn ult every time I look up. It's just 2 kills that come in. Fairfield University, they got the pick, Billy, but they were just so indecisive.
Yeah, I mean, you take that trade all day long, 4 for 1. I mean, and it wasn't even the Molten Core that killed him. It was turrets, direct turrets from Ratchet Knight that got that done. And I mean, they squandered their chance to really push in by taking that 1v1. You could have pushed it on tempo with the sound barrier that was available to Logo to Pogo. I mean, you could have pushed it on tempo and just taken the point, taken the turret out of question, and then launching your Dragon Strike. That could have been the way to go. But as it stands, you know, they did get first point. So, I mean, technically we can still draw here if William and Mary takes first and gets held on second. So it's not over yet. And I think William and Mary, I think they want to close it out here. I think they want to go and take care of dinner and maybe extra snacks later on. But Fairfield has something different up their sleeve. Let's see what they can do here.
Yeah.
I want to see what Fairfield's going to bring out here as far as their defense. I mean, they're bringing out pretty much the same thing.
This comp, though, I think you will agree, Billy, works a lot better on the defense than it does on the attack. Fairfield, what I think they should do is just stuff choke and really try and play for the spam damage that they've got. These long fights, this hard cover that you get on Hanamura at point A, I think is going to do really, really good job. It's going to do wonders, actually, for Vortex, Quef, and Gil here on these sort of spammy characters.
Yeah, hard agree on that. I think also having the vision of the Hanzo here is going to be playing into their factor, especially lining up those grenades and concussion mines coming from Quef. So that's what you want to do. You want to really enable your Junkrat to be able to throw that out there. But Max,
mod check, pulse check. Kraft gets the opening pick onto Unique. Looks like Max is plugged back in his mouse and keyboard.
Switched.
It was for the scout. Ah, I see. Unique. Taking the fast trip back to spawn. That's what we'll say. Yeah, Unique actually got trapped instantly and, well, sent back to the spawn. So that's going to give a bit of ult charge over to Quest. William and Mary, though, they see that on a round-based composition, and they go over to the Wrecking Ball. Max just managed to find a swing on in the backline. He's going to be healthy. Don't worry about him, ladies and gents. That hamster will be getting a health back, and then he'll be back on the front. Oh, what a shot from Gil. Oh, by the way, that was... Ooh, great headshot.
Yeah, but there's work coming in the back, and I mean, I'm thinking that we're a little bit too single target focused in the healing with Nuke Llama and a Laundry here, so might have to think about going to the Baptiste and the Lucio to help speed in your Sigma and the rest of your team.
I think so, but you would just lose so much damage out from William and Mary, and maybe they don't need damage in this case, but just having that pocket onto the Echo of Unique, who's done so much work to this series, I'm sure it's going to be a comforting feeling for William and Mary. He's here in a 1v2 against the D.Va, and well, no D.Va, no DM, that means that's just going to be an execute beam, it turns purple, and the D.Va of Walk just gets absolutely shredded by the damage boosted Echo. So deadly. Retronite is find a kill onto Vortex as well, so Fairfield, they had the tempo, they had the sustain advantage, that's gone once the Baptiste falls. Walk is just going to weave and duck, and unfortunately meets an end to the last click from the Echo. Rival walks into clean off, and now William and Mary, not only do they cap, they find themselves a great ult advantage to snowball into point B.
I mean, Transcendence is already online. Gravitic Flux is already online. This is scary. Duplicate will be coming up in the next fight, especially if they land a good amount of these stickies. Oh, I thought they were going to get it there, but yeah, I mean, just a couple of lands with these damage boosts is going to do it for this Echo player. Fairfield doesn't have anything online yet. Window will probably save them in this next fight.
Yeah, it really has to. Lodo has to hyper-accelerate towards that beat as well. Cannot beat the floor. That's going to be so unlucky. The Manfield comes in, but it's booped off. There we go, finally. The sound barrier comes down. The Brazilian DJ drops it. And unfortunately, it's not even going to save. Grit's not going to save the Reinhardt. That's the one target you really want to keep up with it. Vortex is still holding on to Window. Not quite sure where he is on the battlefield. There we go. It's popped. The Haitian Window is burst. Unique, though, gets the stickies as Walk goes for the D.Va bomb to desperately try and clear. Rachonite gets it as well. That's 3 down from Fairfield University. 50% of their team gone. Wiped. William and Mary just trying to commit the ult, commit the farm to try and stay safe as well. They found themselves firmly touched down onto point B, and they're just trying to walk this in, most likely to an easy 3-0 victory.
Yep, that'll do it right there. The power of the Duplicate getting so much work done for Unique, and that is a quick 3-0 victory for William and Mary here. In week number 13, they go to 11-2. That is 11 straight series that they have won after losing the first 2 games of the season to Colorado and University of Texas Arlington, respectively. If I make sure that I'm not speaking out of my turn there, I'm just going and verifying that. But I mean, still 11 series in a row. That is fantastic. I mean, they lost to the UConn 3-2. In their first game of the season, they lost 3-0 to University of Colorado and Ruby, who are the #1 team and the #5 team, respectively. So William and Mary have been on an absolute tear here, and I tell you what, they're looking fantastic going into the postseason.
Yeah, they are. 11 straight series. That is nothing to scoff at, is it? Commiserations, I was really looking to see more of Fairfield University today. I mean, you said they have some decent players. They came off a pretty impressive win last week. So just to huff a bit of light copium, what was it that Fairfield fell down on today? But what's it looking like next week for them, and what are we looking for them in the future?
I mean, the hero pool's got to expand a little bit. That was the biggest thing that I had with last week, and the same thing I had this week. The hero pool's got to expand a little bit. Gil will typically run with the Soldier or the Hanzo, and I think that they need to bring a Cassidy into bear. I think bringing a Tracer into bear. I would have liked to see the Sombra come out too, but really just widening the hero pool just a little bit. I think that's what Fairfield needs to really focus on, because the tank play really did sustain them last week. It's just they ran into Max and Rival here, they took no quarter with the tank line of Fairfield. So GG's go next. There's still more to play for. There's still more to learn, and we'll see them coming up a little bit later in our season. But we're going to throw it to a quick little break here. We're going to get an interview in here, and we will be back with that as soon as we get them in here. All right, everybody, welcome back. We do have Nuke Llama, the Lucio extraordinaire from William and Mary here in our interview booth today. First of all, congratulations on the win, Nuke Llama. How was it for you out there today?
Yeah, thank you. I mean, it's another day in the office for us. Like, I don't know. We practice really hard, we play really hard, and the results that we've been getting are really a culmination of that.
Yeah.
11 in a row. 11 series in a row. You lost to Colorado and you lost to UConn, and now 11 series in a row. Nuke Llama, what is the biggest contributor to that going forward?
I mean, honestly, like I said earlier, it's just like we've been grinding, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've just been playing like scrims 3 times a week, like matches every Thursday, obviously. Also on the weekends, like, I don't know, we've just been grinding really hard, and we wanted to be here, and we really put in the work, and we're here now. So
yeah, that sounds pretty decent. I can always respect people that go on the grind after dropping 0-2 and then 11 straight series.
Yeah.
I guess just a sort of more general question from me, Nuke Llama. What do you think about sort of the role and the impact of, in particular, your role and the heroes that you brought out today at the moment? What do you feel about your role right now? Is it OP? Is it underpowered? Do you think people need both? What are you thinking about? Because obviously we're really, really late into Overwatch 1. We are on the dawn of Overwatch 2 any day now, Copium. So what do you think about your role as we head into the sunset of Overwatch 1?
That is a great question, and I've honestly thought about this a lot. And personally,
Sure.
I think Lucio needs his speed boost buffed to pre-goats, because they nerfed it in goats and they didn't change it back. It's ridiculous.
Based. Yep. I absolutely agree. I think in 222 you should just be able to Mach 10 it with your Reinhardt.
That's what I'm saying.
That's based. Fair enough. I'll support that.
Okay. I'm gonna break up the Lucio love party here. No, seriously, it was a dominating performance from you guys. I mean, you guys just, you said it was a very workman-like performance. So, any shout outs that you have, friends, family, coaches, teammates? The floor is yours.
So I want to shout out my 5 teammates, and I know it sounds corny, but it's really true. Like, they've really put in a lot of work, and for lack of a better phrase, we've come a lot closer together, and we're more of a family now than we were last year, and I think that's really why we're doing so well this year.
I love it. Well, Thank you very much, Nuke Llama. Have a good rest of your season. We will see you in the postseason, especially if you keep on this winning tear that you guys are on. Give our love to the rest of your teammates, and have a good night.
Yep, thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. That was Nuke Llama from William and Mary, support specialist, Lucio lover, And you know, we'll let them slide with that. We're not getting the Mach 10 back. That is just absolutely out of the question. I don't need the Reinhardt speeding on me like that. But we've got one more series left in the bucket tonight, and we will be back with you guys in just a few minutes. It's going to be a little bit of a break because I don't think it starts till 9:30 Eastern time, so it'll be just a little bit. We'll try and see if we can get the teams in a little bit early, but don't go away. We'll see you guys in just a little bit.